All right, all right. Hello, everyone. Just waiting for Craig to come in. I have my protein shake. I've had my mid-afternoon nap. Let's fucking go.
I'm just muting on my notifications.
Hello, everyone.
Gustav, how are you doing?
Still sick, man, but recovering fast.
What was it, like a cold type thing?
I think it's a flu or something like that. At
Yeah.
least the symptoms are like that. I hope that's it. But it's been sick for 5 or 6 days already, which is unusual. I usually get only 3.
This very
how to say Gastão, because he says Gastão. I can't replicate, but read the first 3 letters as if it was gas, and then
you know what? Gustav.
Gastão. Yeah,
Why am I saying Gustav?
I don't know. But read the first 3 letters as if it was gas.
Okay. All right. Fucking chill out. Jesus Christ.
Just
Fuck
a little
Portuguese.
Portuguese lesson for you, brother.
Português.
Yeah, but I love it. I love it. Everyone is Gastão or Gastão. It's or Gastão. It's all good,
It
man. All
beats
good.
bastard.
I love you all. I love you all.
You know that Gastão, it's actually something like Geppetto from the Pinocchio.
I thought it was like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, the big mouth,
Also,
muscle guy.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a story behind
AMA.
behind
The
this
AMA.
name.
The topic of today's AMA: argument about names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, we're going to change things around a little bit. Someone's put their arm up straight away. I'm going to ask what the question you want. So let's go for a question first, then.
And Mark is raised his hand, so
Yeah,
you're unmuted, Mark. You can speak.
Yeah, click the unmute button, Mark.
Sorry, it was a mistake.
All right, no worries. Cheers, mate.
You don't want to talk to us, Mark.
Yeah, no problem, but not just now. I was just setting up. I'm not very computer orientated. I press the wrong button, so I apologize.
No worries, brother. You always welcome to speak if you want to speak.
I am going to listen in now, so thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Good to meet you.
So welcome everybody. Get another minute or so. We're about 70, so we get roughly about 120. So we'll leave it till about probably 90, and then we'll get started. If it's not 90, then we'll just get started anyway. So I'll get another minute. Hope everyone's well. How is everyone feeling? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I said at the beginning of the week, I thought this group was overrun with Portuguese. You know, I thought the mafia was definitely here. And it's only this week I've realised just how many actual people are from the UK. And it's normally not very clear to see in any group. So it's good to have some fellow UK people. I'm overrun with Portuguese team. Well, me and Al.
The good old Portuguese English alliance.
Yeah.
Coming over to crypto, you know.
Kind curiosity here. Did you know one of the most drink beverages in UK, which is tea, actually the word comes from Portuguese? Did you guys know that?
No. How's that?
It was a Portuguese princess that was forced to marry to the English king. I think it was Henry Tudor. She married, if I'm not mistaken, and we had tea in Portugal because the Portuguese had the trading route to Asia and brought tea from Asia, and she took that custom to England, and then the hour afternoon tea was started with her in England.
Bloody Portuguese. They get everywhere, don't they?
Yeah, they try taking over everything.
Well,
you want a bit of English.
Yeah. not currently, but Portuguese and Spanish were once the biggest empires of the world. So it's the Portuguese and Spanish presence are spread all over the world because of it. And then came England and became the biggest empire on earth after the Portuguese and the Spanish began to fight each other, and England started to conquer with Elizabeth.
Yeah, not anymore. I
No.
think we're on the scrap heap now.
We ain't even got an army.
I'm a bit of a history nerd. I love history, so yeah. But I do love and the King James Bible also was England that spread the Bible for the most countries actually. So old.
Yeah, we have Boris. We'll just chuck his fucking hair in there. Not scare anybody off. Anyway, let's crack on with the game.
Let's crack on.
Go on, you right? I'll let you go first, Casto.
No, I was just commenting on David's comment saying I like Nando's, and I was going to say me too. Last time I was in Nando's with Greg, and he saw how much I love it.
Yeah, man, that man can eat. I thought I was like, went in to eat in London, and like we had to go somewhere else to eat because like the meals are nothing like what I'm used to. I like the big meals, but seriously, like Gasto can eat, like, and I mean eat, and there's no weight on him or nothing. He's just like Jesus. So anyway, right, NFTs, we've been doing well. We've seen some good sales this week. Seen them slowly rising back up. Some people got upset with the $4 earned this month. It was pretty bad. We had that big dip of BNB. It was at $330, and then all of a sudden it went down to like 303 to 307. I think on the day we did the distribution, it was 313, I think. So it was still lower than last month. So there was the expected a little bit less. That's why we chose the fact that we'd start the trading, try and increase that ROI coming back to each and every single one of you. And everyone's seen my trading before. We did get a bit annoyed. I messaged in group saying, please don't tag me. I'm trading. When I'm trading, it's literally when I trade, I get in the trade. Within 5 minutes, I'm pulling out of that trade. I have to literally watch that chart and pull out. And I got tagged literally straight away, and I had to pull away, and I couldn't start the trade. And the trade literally went from, it was BTC, and it went from like 28.5K to 27,700. That could have easily got us about $1,000 in profit just by doing the short, and I missed it because I was getting tagged. So when I say I'm doing trades, please, you've got to, there's other team members, there's other mods, anything, just let me do the trades. Otherwise the NFT distributions are not going to be very good, and it'll be because I've not been able to do the trades. I have to need full concentration. As you know, I'm now not working. I'm now full-time fortune hunter, so I will be looking each and every single day for trades. There may be days that I don't do any trades. It all depends on the market. Today I've had a good day. We had quite a bit of a dump. I had like 3 trades on, so we've done 3 trades today. I'm not going to give you how much we've made because it's going to be the end of the month, because I don't want people just to buy an NFT just because of what we're making. We want people to buy an NFT because of the main use case, which is for the whitelist, the tokens, and everything else. We have got many different things coming with the NFT, the NFTs and the token. The token will have another use case, which we'll announce at a later date. The NFTs, yes, so we've had some more going into the pool, and we took 10K to go into trading. We will not be using any more than 10K. Whatever profits it makes, that will be distributed to yourselves. The pools will just keep, every time there's a sale or a buy of the NFT, the pool will just get that funds, the 10%. So yeah, the NFT is doing really well. Like I say, end of month we will show trades, screenshotted all trades when they've ended, so you know exactly how much we've made. And
can I just interrupt you to add a little
Yeah.
bit to what you said, Craig, about the NFTs? Yeah, we do have that new feature for the NFTs to have a portion of the trades going into the NFTs dividends, but the dividends are a bonus for the NFTs, not the main feature. The main feature for the NFTs is be, to hold the Fortune Hunters NFT and have the advantage to have a say in what goes on in the ecosystem. That's the main advantage of the NFTs. And if the NFTs will give out a lifetime passive income. I got with the NFTs I receive around 70 or $80 worth of BNB from dividends, and that's fine for me. And it's just adding up to my kids' piggy bank. And people don't look to the NFTs as a way to, you invest $100 today and tomorrow you're going to win 1,000, because that's not going to happen. You will gain $1,000 from one NFT over time, because the NFTs are not going anywhere. People should not look at the NFTs as a fast thing. It's not it's never meant to be a fast thing. The NFTs are meant to be held, and you earn every month a little bit from each NFT you hold. And now you probably gonna earn a little bit more because of the trades, but that's not the main function of the NFTs. The NFTs main function is to have a say in what goes on in the ecosystem. That's the function, the main function of the NFTs. And even better yet is every time there is a vote, people that do vote get uh, paid for voting if they they vote for the winning option. So the NFTs are not your ordinary project, because they are not supposed to give you a lot of money at one single time. They're supposed to be dripping every month something to you, and put them in a separate wallet, and just leave them in a separate wallet, and after a couple of months go back and see how much you have actually earned in dividends. Because if you uh, use them in your normal wallet, you get like $4 this month, another $4 next month, and you won't even see them. But if you leave them in a separate wallet where you don't use that wallet just to hold the NFTs, you actually gonna start seeing the dividends piling up. And that's the thing about the NFTs. It's not meant to be something that you need to worry about or need to do anything about. Just leave them and leave the dividends going in. And when there's a vote, go to vote, and you'll be rewarded for voting as well. So all about the NFTs are bonuses, basically. Sorry if I interrupt you, Craig.
worries at all, thank you. Yeah, and many things that are to do with the NFT are on the homepage. I know we keep saying when someone asks a question, please read the homepage, but it's because we need to educate, and crypto is a very, very dangerous place. And without having a little bit of education, a little bit of knowledge, it can be even more dangerous. Today, I tagged a person who were trying to join the group, scamming, well, there was impersonating Jack, and literally the bot kicked him straight away, instant ban. And we've had 2 today from Kawiki, 1 from Nelson, and that's what they do. Because we haven't gone anywhere, we haven't fell down, we haven't given up on the rest of the ecosystem. And yeah, we're a full ecosystem, not just one platform. Yes, we've had one that we've had to stop to make sure everyone is whole eventually. But we've still got the rest. The rest of the platform is absolutely going crazy. Casto posted a screenshot earlier on with the bots, what they'd recorded this week, $202,000 this week invested in the whole ecosystem. Last week was 258, if I'm not correct. So just over $250,000 last week. invested in 7 days. That's 7 days. So we've not gone anywhere, and we're not going to stop thinking about the rest of the ecosystem just because we think we're getting the numbers correct and getting the numbers together. Now, Farmer Fortune refunds, we're getting a little bit close. We don't know exactly how far away we are, but we are getting a little bit closer each and every single day that we're going ahead. It has only been 14 days today, and now it seems like a lifetime. It seems even longer for the team with the amount of messages, the slagging off we're getting in other groups. And we only had Al other day, Darkside, in another group that we were getting slandered off, saying that we'd rugged. We haven't rugged because we're still here. If you're rugged, that means you're not here no more. You've gone. You've run away with the money. There's no money left to be seen. We've not run away. The money's still there. It's on the blockchain. You can see it clear as day. Yeah, there may not be the full amount able to pay everyone in ROI. That is why we've said we'll be paying back weekly until we've got the full amount to pay everyone out. And that's the way we've had to do it. Everyone invested knowing they was going to withdraw weekly. So it's not going to make a bit of difference. Do we want it done fast? Yeah, hell yeah, because you've all seen this week, we've got amazing plans ready for BOF, and we can't even plan anything to do with that until we've sorted the Farmer Fortune back to yourselves and started it all off, got everything back so that we can concentrate on the Bakery of Fortune. It's amazing. It's totally different from Farmer Fortune and Mystery for Fortune, but with the same tokenomics kind of thing. But it's the way we've designed it, it's even better than Farmer Fortune ever was. So that's why we want to get that pushed. We want to get that pushed, but we can't because we're having to wait as well as everyone else that's waiting for a refund. So it is hurting us because we want to get that out there. We want to get it out towards you to get you back earning a passive income. At the moment, we've got the platforms we've got that are earning a passive income. Yes, TFM has had a little decline. This is completely normal. If you go back into Cake Fortune, Alka Fortune, or any other miner, this is completely normal for the first month. It does drop. Everyone plays the right game. We had the lottery. We knew the lottery was causing a bit of the inflation a lot faster. So we've turned it off. 30 days later, we will turn it back on. We will calculate then to make sure that the inflation has slowed down. It did do it with Alka Fortune, so I haven't got no doubts whatsoever. It won't do the same thing with the Fortune miner. And we'll continue as there. But at that time, the pools have the time to build up. So yeah, you will get that little decrease now. Some people have been messaging saying they're 1% short. And when we've checked, it's like 0.1% short on the daily ROI, what they're getting back. So instead of 3%, they were getting 2.9%. But that 0.1% to yourselves, because it's BNB, it's not like it's Cake where it was only $4 at the time. It's now like $3.70 something, I think. It's a big difference. So you notice it. You really do notice it because it's BNB. Now just imagine if BNB went to $1,000 and that 0.1%, is it going to be a hell of a lot more difference to see? It depends on the price of the token. So the more valuable the token is to put into that platform, the more you will notice it. If it was ELK, you wouldn't even notice at all because ELK's 15 cents. Nobody's seen any difference in price drop whatsoever there because we're well ahead with more going in there each week than actually being taken out. We're well ahead of the reduced Ponzi. We're well ahead of the 0% Ponzi.
Yeah,
and
to add a little bit to that also, sorry. There's a little bit of some people see things in one perspective, other people will see in a different perspective. People that are looking to the daily that they get from TFM in USD value will notice a bigger difference because the BNB price is currently going up and down quite a bit, and that always shows a difference because people are looking to the dollar amount. If people look at the BNB amount, the difference will be less, but will still be a difference because inflation is a real thing, and depending on people's actions, the inflation will kick in faster or slower. And the compounding or reinvesting 50% is not meant to add to increase your position, is meant to help you maintain your position, not to have so much a decrease on your position. And people think that by doing 50-50 they can compound and grow their bags to a bigger amount like they're used to in other dEPs, and miners don't work like that. The compounding or the reinvestment of 50% is not going to allow you to compound your bag to a bigger amount, because inflation will balance the amount that you are compounding or reinvesting in order to keep you at basically around the same. And then you need to factor in all other participants' actions that will affect also the inflation of the whole miner. So compounding or reinvesting is not meant to increase your bag, your daily position, is just to help you maintain it a little bit more, your position. You will still feel a decrease because the TVL is going down as it's meant to be, because that's just something that is normal. No chart goes always up, but the decrease in TFM is quite slow, is not dropping sky high from the bottom to the the all-time high to the all-time low. It's going on a steady decline. And if you notice the decrease on your dailies, is because of the inflation on the overall TFM, on the TVL, is going down as it is meant to go. And doing 50-50, you don't see as much results because the 50-50 is allowing you to keep within a range but still going down, and you think it's not working. But if you were not doing 50-50, you would actually be earning even less. That's the thing. You not The only way to increase your position in a miner is to add fresh funds to the miner. If you don't add fresh funds, you won't see an increase on your position. And even if you add fresh funds to the miner, you will not see a huge increase until the TVL starts going back up again. So you need to keep your expectations within the reality of the things and understand how miner is meant to work and to be played. You 50-50 will help you, believe me. And if you want to try, you can just straight out claim for 1 week and reinvest for another, and you will see that the 50-50 was actually helping you not to drop so much. It's always about choices. We only can point the way, and everyone needs to make their own choices. We can't do more than that.
Yeah, most definitely. Somebody in chat, I can't remember who it was, that actually mentioned it last night, and it was quite intelligent what they said. And they said they jump in a miner when it's got outside revenue at the top. So when everybody's jumped in the miner, they'll jump in, and they'll jump in as it's going down. And I was thinking to myself, and thinking, why has he said that? There must be a smart way. And I've been saying it all along. The more he does the recompounding and the reinvestments, everyone that's withdrawing, he's basically killing their percent. It's going to send them down to like 0.11%, whatever it is. But he's reinvesting and building his bag. So he's constantly building his bag. So then when it gets to the 0% Ponzi eventually, we don't know how long it's going to take. But once it gets to that 0%, his position will still be between 2-3%, hopefully, fingers crossed. And it will then start and gradually increase. So people see, like cake, like elk, once it gets to 0%, everyone jumps in. It goes absolutely ballistic crazy. And then it starts pumping up. So, but that person's already at that position, well ahead of everyone, millions and millions of miners, while everyone else is starting off at the very beginning, as if you were just starting off again. While everyone that's just been withdrawing is totally wrecked in the miner and needs to make a fresh deposit to even be able to afford to get the gas fees. So yeah, it does harm. The miners do harm the ones that don't play the game right. And I don't know how many in the group that's in the original BNB miner still going to this day, still going strong. How many of you are already in there? Not many, by looking at it. Nobody's commenting. Well, I'm in it, and I've been in it for a while, and I've been doing the strategy of the 50% reinvestment, and I have took out roughly, I've only put in 1 BNB, and I've took out roughly about 10 BNB from there in total, and that's doing the 50-50 strategy. Why is that? Because everyone's compounded. They've never withdrew and they've never reinvested. They've basically compounded or withdrawn. And as every miner has been told in the whole past, you compound helps you. It doesn't. It inflates the miners, but does not act as a fresh capital. Doesn't act as fresh investment into the platform. And that's what wrecks you in every miner. Eventually, every single person will go down to around 0% and not be able to take out. And that miner will be stuck, which you can see at this present time is around between 900 and 1,100 BNB. And it's been stuck there for about 3 months. And it'll probably be still stuck there for around another 3-4 months until they have another pump. And when they have another pump, you just keep doing 50% for yourself, 50% back into the miner. You're laughing. You're making a profit while also increasing your daily rate. It does work. I've been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah, and also there are, just to add to what you're saying about the BNB miner, I'm not in it, but what will happen, what happens in BNB miner and what will happen in all our fortune hunters miners as well, is that a lot of people that got in from the start will be out of the game eventually, because their personal inflation, because they've done claims more than they do reinvestments, will leave them with such a lower amount that even if the TVL goes to 3 times the amount that it is today, their rewards will not be enough to cover even the gas fees of claiming. So in time, what will happen in TFM, just like in Cake of Fortune, and that's why we see Cake of Fortune going mostly up than down. There's the TVL in Cake of Fortune also goes down a bit, but it doesn't reflect as much, because a lot of players in Cake of Fortune are already out of the game because they claimed and compounded whatever, and unless they put more fresh cake in, they won't be able to take anything out, because the inflation after almost 1 year is killing them. I'm still getting I added funds in Cake of Fortune, and I'm getting 2 to 3 cake every day. I only take out once a week, and I'm keeping 2 to 3 cake every day because I only take 1 day. I do this is me, and it's not in any way an suggestion or a recommendation. You can do whatever you want in Cake of Fortune, because Cake of Fortune doesn't have any restrictions. But I reinvest 6 days and claim only once per week, and I keep my rewards at 2 to 3 cake per day, and each results in 2 to 3 cakes every week. I'm happy with it because I invested 68 cake from my pocket. I invested 8 cake at day 1, and a couple of months ago I invested another 60 from my pocket. So I invested 68 cake, and I claimed around 250 cake out and reinvested 215. I don't know, I'm like 60% from my ROI after reinvesting from my own pocket. So I'm around 60%, but I was at over 10x in Cake of Fortune when over the 8 cake that I got in at first. Don't count the amount that you claim and reinvest as a funds from your pocket to the ROI, because that's not real, because that's house money, not your money. Your ROI is return over investment. ROI means return over investment. You invested, in my case, I invested 8 cake, and then I invested another 68. So total that I invested was 68, and I've total claims have 250, and total invested plus reinvested I have 200. So I'm up 60 cake I need 50 cake. I need another 16 cake, 18 cake to be over 100% again, and that will happen over a couple of weeks. But some players currently in Cake of Fortune don't even earn enough cake to be worth the gas, and that will help in TFM as well, because a lot of people will be out and the TFM will continue because Fortune Hunters miners don't end, and the inflation helps them to never end. And so it's about long-term perspective, not short-term. It's about earning that amount of cake, of BNB, elk, for the longest time possible, not the highest amount in the shortest time possible. It's about how you look at miners. And believe me, when I say a lot of players are already out in both Cake of Fortune and Elk of Fortune, a lot of people can't even take action anymore because what they are getting is less than the gas fees that they would expend to take action. And the more players are out of the game, those that are still in the game will profit the most. It's simple as that, because miners punish bad players and take them out of the game. Not just punish, they are pushed out of the game.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Crypto Frambot. So Nelson partly answered your question there as well. So would we advise you to deposit 100%? No, never, never, ever deposit 100% back in. Withdraw, take 50%, because your ROI, remember, you must ROI, and then you play with the 50% house money, put it back into the platform. Then the next time you're going to get more back on your returns because you put 50% back in. So you're going to increase that daily percent as well as keep taking out 50% into your pocket. You got to look after your pocket as well as a platform, and that's the whole reason Farmer Fortune did go for so long, because everyone was helping themselves while helping the platform to grow. Otherwise, it shouldn't have lasted 50 days because we're 2%, remember? So 2% over 50 days is 100%. And we managed it for 162. Unfortunately, it couldn't go any further. Otherwise, we would have literally been nowhere near being able to even think about making people ROI. And that's what we plan. We plan everyone to win, not just nobody. It's why should anybody lose? Cake Fortune was originally designed so that the last person in would always ROI, and that's at that point. Elk Fortune, the exact same. That's at that point. The last in will always ROI, as long as they play the game right. So it's all dependent on your own personal actions. How long will they last? Nobody knows. Will it ever get to a zero balance? No, because there's still the pools. So there's still the pools growing each and every single day. While even if you are withdrawing, the just over 2 BNB in each platform each week is interest. So you're already getting 140 cake, I think it was 141k. I don't know. I can't remember now. Last week, which was interest into Cake Fortune. And that's interest. That's free cake back to yourselves. So if you've invested 100 cake, the platform's just got given an extra 140 cake to give back to you as investors. And that's the exact same thing that will eventually happen in TFM. Because we don't see any difference in the charts between Cake Fortune, Elk Fortune, and the Fortune Miner. There is no difference in the charts. Although everyone worries, we're not worried. We're not worried one bit. Mischief of Fortune, absolutely amazing. If you want to look at the chart for Mischief of Fortune, easy to do. If you go onto a BSC scan, if you click the verified contract at the top and you go down on your chart and you click where it shows you the tokens invested, if you click on the USDC and then click analytics, it shows you the chart of how much is invested into the Mischief of Fortune. And that's the same with any chart. That's how you find out the analytics of deposits versus withdrawals, etc. But in all the platforms, the charts are going up. Do we panic when we need to do an investment? No, we don't. The Farmer Fortune was different. Yes, we panicked, and that's why we said we had to stop. that was the break point. We had to stop at that point. We had security. You all knew we had security. We had security after the MetaMask issue. We had security to every normal crypto project. Now we have to go that extra mile, and we've had to go that extra mile. And you can ask each and every team member. We was all on a video chat together getting this security up and running. It cost a fortune, and it was just quick. I had to use my bank card. There was no way. Everyone saw my bank details. Everyone in the team, obviously. But we just started to do it. We had to get it up and ready, get everything on. So yeah, we had to go a couple of days where the sites were going on and off, because we had to get that point of making sure we could mitigate those 82 million attacks on the site. Will it show us a DDoS attack? I'm not entirely sure. They might do. They do it monthly on Cloudflare. So it may go up on the site. I don't know, because there was mitigated. So they never actually went through to the actual site. So there was mitigated. We showed the screenshot where it says 82 million was mitigated. The next day, 52 million. The next day, 54 million, 55 million, 86 million. It was a constant thing. Has it stopped today? Yeah and no. We have days where it does happen. We have days where we're out for a couple of days. Do you notice it? No. I think there was one day where it got so bad in the US where it blocked the IP address of the US. But if you used a VPN and went to a different country, it allowed you onto the sites. Jack's done his magic, added the integration of any Rabbi, MetaMask wallet, whichever you use, into the dApp. So as soon as you go onto the website now, it asks you to click connect wallet, rather than waiting, try and find a button or going through your MetaMask to say connect to this site or approve to this site and sign transaction. Now it does it automatically on every site. So that's amazing work from Jack. So thank you, Jack. We're doing everything we can to keep everything up and running, and we have had to upscale everything. And are we ready to give up now? No way. No way are we going to put this amount of money into the project to let it go. There's no chance. So we are going to push forward. We are going to get the refunds done. We will get them done as fast as we can, because we want BOF the same as all of you want BOF to launch, but we will not launch a project and we're still waiting to even start a refund. It is wrong in so many ways. I wouldn't like it in any other project, so why would I want to bring that out myself? I wouldn't be practicing what I preach. So I get upset in other groups when I'm waiting for a refund and they're saying, oh, we're starting another token on a different network while we're sorting your refunds out. And to this day, it's still not been a refund. I'm still waiting for a refund. And it's laughable in a way, because we've been 14 days and we've been attacked left, right, and center. Everyone's noticed. I've had DMs saying, is a certain team member okay? Because it's been quiet. We have literally had our DMs attacking us non-stop. But we don't give up. We can't continue on. We've got nothing to hide, nothing at all. And we will push forward. We will continue. We are fortune hunters, and you are a part of the family of fortune hunters. You're not a community. You're not an investor. You are one of us. And we will do anything we can to make sure we can get them ROIs back to everyone farm of fortune. We just need that little bit of time. But we have got other platforms in the meantime. But we will not launch anything while we are trying to get the refunds done. Yeah, the trades is totally different. The funds was already there for the NFTs. So while it was sitting there, everyone were getting unhappy with the $4 a month. So we used 10K of the TBL in Pancake Swap to use in trading on Pancake Swap. So it's going to be a little bit extra. How much extra? We don't know until we get past at least 20 days. So it'll be like 8 days left. And we'll know, but we won't be announcing it until the day, as we did with any other announcement for the NFT holders. We did the poll From future, if we do a poll, it will be the NFT poll. So it will be the same as the last time. You will need to put in your wallet address to make sure you have an NFT.
Can I add something about the poll? The reason why this poll was not just for NFT holders was precisely because we were not being able to take the information from Polyscan to know who were the NFT holders. And that's why this poll was made on Telegram only, because unfortunately we were not being able to get the information from Polyscan about which wallet hold how many NFTs and who exactly was holding NFTs. And that's the only reason why the poll was made in general, not for the NFT holders, because obviously the polls are made for the NFT holders because the NFTs are governance for the ecosystem, and that's the objective of holding the NFTs, to be able to have a say in the ecosystem. And the only reason why we did not follow that rule with the poll that Craig is talking about is because there was a problem in Polyscan, and that's also why the dividends got delayed, the distribution got delayed, because we were not being able to get the information about which wallet hold NFTs or not. Okay.
Right, so Kyle, you've DM'd me, you've DM'd every single team member, and you're still asking in chat, and we've just gone over it several times about the refunds. I've muted you for now until the end of the AMA, and then I will unmute you. So please feel free to go back over the AMA. We started the AMA straight away going on about the refunds, so you don't have long to wait to actually hear about it. So, right. I forgot even where I was actually on the AMA now. We're trying to do the AMAs a little bit different. We have a time scale, so we know in the team chat now what we're going to talk about, and we have a time scale. Like, we're trying to keep it to around 20 minutes each, so that we've finished the AMA within an hour. Otherwise, you get bored, and we don't want you to get bored. What else are we going to go over? Dark side, if you did the little notice, I can't remember now.
I reckon talking about the stats that Gastal made, because you know, like, they're pretty amazing. What was it? Was it 7 days, 200 grand? Was that what it was?
Yeah, $202,000. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff. So
yeah, and last week was 280.
That were it, 280. Yeah, I know we're over a quarter of a million. Cake B&B steak, it will be 10 days. So that's nothing. That hasn't changed from the last time we've done. But there is a few changes. Once we get everything sorted, we give the notification of the refunds started. Then we will give all the full updates of BOF, so you can all get bullish about it then. But until then, we're going to continue as we are. The 200K, the Cake of Fortunes had literally around, I'd say, 40K of fresh deposits. Alka Fortune has literally all been fresh deposits. Mischief of Fortune, we've had quite a few now fresh deposits. There has been some redeposits. And the Fortune Miner has been fresh deposits, although there's been, I'd say, about a quarter of redeposits as well. So mainly, yeah, fresh deposits, mainly.
Maybe if anyone else has got any questions, then they can take the floor.
Yeah, let's open up to questions. If there's any questions. Token news, nothing pushed forward as yet. We've had to push everything back. Like we said, we won't actually do anything with launching of any until the refunds have at least started, and then we can push forward. It is hurting us because we've never ever had a delay, apart from when the market went absolute crap when Alka Fortune was due to launch, and we delayed by a week. Literally, the market went from like 50K BTC to 28K, so we decided we'd wait a week. But other than that, we've not had a delay, and it's really like killing us to actually delay the whole roadmap. But we would not want this in any other project we were in, so we won't want to stop. We won't want to launch something while we're waiting.
Just say one thing, Greg.
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, look, we get it. We've all been rugged. I mean, I sent Craig information that I'd found about a rug, Binance, this or that. I can't remember what it was. It was some sort of crummy DApp that had been going for like 2 or 3 days, and then there was a rug, and there's a bot that's exploiting all the. It's the same old bullshit story. So it's happening all over DeFi. It still is happening. And that's one of the things that we're trying to change. All of us are convicted in our faith to change that. So we definitely do understand your anger, your frustration, your impatience, because we all share that. We're all in the same boat. And so when I was having somebody was in a different community was, you're holding a sausage and all this kind of stuff, and it's like no. It's just like we this is something that we want to do right. We have to do right. These calculations are not simple. People are saying, oh well, it's just TBL minus deposit. It's not that. It's really, really not that. Otherwise, we would have bloody done it by now. But yeah, the whole point being that we get it. We totally get it. And it's understandable why that there are these impatiences and these frustrations and stuff. And bloody hell, we feel them too. So all I can say is that totally understand, totally get where you're coming from. But rest assured, like if we had something, we wouldn't be here doing these AMAs every week, taking the same questions, all the time, for people that don't know how to read pinned messages and, don't know how to read the announcements channel. If we didn't believe that in what we were doing. So it's like, yeah, it's taken a long time. Yeah, it's really complicated. No, we're not going anywhere. We are here for the duration. We are here for years to come. Get that, please understand that we're here for years, not going anywhere. So we really, and it's like crazy because it's like, I don't know, Craig, did you say it's like been 2 weeks? It's just nothing. I've got people that are waiting for, and I've got funds that I'm waiting for from bloody months. Look how long another certain big farm was on hold, shall we say. Was it a year? So we are doing our best. We really, really appreciate your patience, and we get why you're feeling the way that you are, because we're feeling the same way too. But the future is bright. Once we get this stuff, we can get this churned out. We can move on to bigger, bolder, brighter things that are so exciting. I'm like really moaning at Craig, saying, "Can we talk about this? Can we talk about that?" And Craig's going, "No, we have to do. We're not doing anything." I'm like, "No, please." When Dad takes the kids in the shop and he sees the sweetie aisle or the toy aisle, and I'm like, "No, look, shiny things up there." And Greg's like, "No, we can't." I'm like, "Please, can we talk about this thing? Because it's so exciting." Chill. We have to chill. I have to chill because we've got all of this beautiful future ahead of us, but we just need to do this one thing first. Anyway, appreciate you guys.
Well, we were together, and very true. And this is DeFi. We are all used to projects failing and ending, and those that get anything got anything. Those that didn't get anything don't get anything, and don't even have a chance of getting anything. In Fortune Hunters, even one project failing, you still get a chance to get something back. And we are working on it because we want to maintain the rule that in Fortune Hunters no one gets wrecked. That's an objective for us, and we want to maintain that. It will take time, but we will maintain that rule. And we would like to just snap the fingers and put everything back to normal and everything set without anyone to have any complaints. But unfortunately, things don't work like that, and it takes time. to make sure that we do the right thing and give the right amount of BNB to the right people. So that will take time, and we will do it, but at least you stand a chance to get your money back. In most DeFi projects, when it ends, you don't. Like I said, I don't like to compare or talk about other projects, but this needs to be said because we are different, and it's even if every week you keep asking the same questions, we won't rush things just because we are answering the same questions. We'll do things in the proper way, in the best way we can. And now I'm gonna just hold the AMA hostage for the next 9 minutes because Jeroen is asking about the MOF sustainability and pools and injections. So I'm going to take the next 10 minutes until the end of the AMA to answer him, if you don't mind, Craig.
I just answer one thing first, and it's the reason I muted Pushpinder. So as you normally know, I've literally banned one person in the whole of the group, never banned, and I hardly ever mute anyone. And I normally have a go at the team members. So why have you muted? I've been getting a message, but now you see me mute, and two people for reasons why. Do we give dates? No, we have never ever give dates for anything. If we turn around to you and said, refunds start in 2 weeks' time, and then they never started in 2 weeks' time, would you invest with us? Because I surely would not invest with me, knowing that I could not keep to a time scale. So do we give a date? No, we would never, ever, ever give a date. And that's for the whole reason why, is because we don't know a date. If we know a date, we'd be like, yeah, we've got this, we've got the fund, we've got all the data, we can show you here and now. Refunds will start, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, never do an ACA, especially with Polygon, yeah. That's like crap. First maintenance I've ever known that's taken 2 days. Absolutely killed me. But yeah, we will never ever give a date for anything. We never give a date for a launch until like a week before, because we know for a fact the actual testing is perfect to that date. So I'm gonna let Nelson carry on from here.
Let me just chip in one thing before you go in. And I'm saying this because I think we need to ask also sorry for everyone else that is listening, because the majority already understood what is going on. Because of 1 or 2 people in an MA, we have to repeat and repeat and repeat the same thing that everyone already understood. So for everyone else out there, apologies for that. And I will try not to focus more on these kind of things that everyone already understood through the message, the pin message, all MMAs. It's okay to ask now and then, but like every single time, I think, you guys already understood, and I'm not going to pick up this topic anymore. So thank you anyway. That's it. Sorry.
No worries. So about the pools and injections in MOF, BNB was at $320 something, and we have some cake in the pools locked that we can't take out until the lock is over, and we have other portion that is not locked, and it's in cake and in BNB. And BNB was at 320 something, almost $30 each BNB, and we noticed that the market was about to crash. And what we did was to take the BNB and cake that was not locked and swap it for dollar at 320 something dollars, which gave us an immediate profit over those same BNB and cake have cost us of around $20,000 profit. And then we start to rebuy again BNB and cake to put it back again in pools and farms at 310.
So that Nelson.
I'm muted. I was muted. You didn't listen to anything.
Well,
Okay. Sorry, I'm not listening.
dollars on each BNB.
You're breaking out, Craig.
Yeah, we heard a bit, and then
Oh, someone is muting us. I don't know why. Dark Side has been muted on and off. But I'll repeat it. So we bought BNB under $300 to get our average BNB price in the pools and the farms was around 290 something dollars when we bought BNB, and cake was around 340 average price for each cake. And when cake and BNB got up to around $320, $330 per BNB and $4 per cake, we saw that the market was about to crash, and we took the BNB and cake that was not walked and we sold it for BUSD at 300 and something. 320 something dollars each BNB and 3.90 something each cake. That gave us an increase of immediate direct increase in the pools around 20K because we bought cheaper than we sold. And once BNB got to around 310 and cake was around $350, we started buying back into cake and BNB to get back in the pools to start earning in the pools also. That earned us more BNB because we
Muted again.
someone is muting me. What was the last thing you heard?
You're earning more BNB because they're in the pools. You swapped it back and you put it into the pools.
Yeah, so because we got more amount of BNB and cake in the pools, we are earning more using the same money that's going back in and out, because we seek to protect the assets when we see that the market is about to go down, and then we start slowly lower costing average back in to get more BNB and more cake to go into the pools. Injections to this day, there has been only 45K injected into
One second,
MOF.
Nelson. 1 second. Somebody's turning your volume down now.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So we have a prankster in the group. I don't know who it is, but we have a prankster.
Right. Let me just say one thing. If this continues, we will turn the AMAs to Twitter only. And we'll start doing AMAs on the Twitter where you can't interact at all or ask questions in Twitter or anything like that. It will be basically just that we do the AMAs and that's it. So please respect any team member that is talking, because if we do find out who it is, you will be banned from the group or any group associated with fortune hunters.
Yeah. But I'm pretty much ending right now. So basically, what I wanted to explain is that until this day, there's only been 45K injected into Mischief of Fortune, and today starts a new claim cycle in Mischief of Fortune, and it's expected for the TVL to go under 100K, and once the TVL goes under 100K, we will inject Brood back up to over 100K. I hope that answers your question, Jerome, and I hope I was able to explain a bit more about how we work in the pools and why we keep always an eye on how things are in the market, and we need to have the time to do these things and to grow the pools, and that's where the reinvestments come in, because without the reinvestments we would need to continue to inject and inject more than we should, and we would not have the time to take advantage of the market ups and downs while earning on the pools as well. I don't know if anyone has any other questions.
Yeah, so Kyle, are you wanting to ask something? You had your hand up for quite a while. Right, I'm going to unmute Kyle and push Pinder. My volume is very high. 1 second then. Yeah, I can see it now. Right, apologies. Yeah, I think we might, somebody suggested doing the AMAs on Twitter, so I think we'll have a look into that rather than the group. I'm pretty sure it's only admin that can actually alter all this. Oh, you turned me up. I thought I were all right. Okay, no problem. Right, so is there any other questions? Sorry for all this massive, yeah, it looks like we're having a DDoS attack in Telegram group, never mind anywhere else. Yeah, all right.
Crypto friend is asking if the MOF pools are still used to help refunds. The MOF pools don't help refunds. There is 1% on every deposit that goes into, used to go into Form of Fortune, is now going to the refunds pool. That's 1% on the deposits only. The MOF pools are just for MOF. It could, we used MOF pools to help Farm of Fortune when Craig was in London, and then he returned to the MOF pools the amount that was used to help Farm of Fortune when he was in London, and that was it. The MOF pools are used just for MOF injections.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so the pools, basically, the MOF pool, yes, it does still have the 1% going to the refunds. Once the refunds is over, that 1% will then go into a wallet. That wallet will help whichever platform that needs it the most. And that's how it'll go for the duration of however long we go for Fortune Hunters. So there'll always be a spare wallet now that helps everyone.
Now you start to spell the beans that now you're giving a little bit of insight. No, that's not treasury. It's another thing that
we already have a treasury, and you already know about that anyway.
Treasury is another thing, crypto friend, but what Craig is talking is something that we aim to build, a new thing that we aim to build in Fortune Hunters to you're gonna like it, but we'll explain it in due time. It's something that will be completely new in DeFi and in this space.
Keep quiet.
Yeah, and we'll get there once we get there. But it's another Fortune Hunters twist for the space, and that's why I interrupted Craig, because I didn't want him to spill so much beans and about that. But we'll get there once we get the refunds worked out, and you guys gonna love the idea, I'm sure of it. And it's not a project to invest, by the way. It's nothing.
Yeah, there's a few things that's happening this week, and once we get this week over and done with, hopefully we'll get somewhere further with the refunds, and then we can announce everything. And this is the hardest thing, because we've got to keep it all in, and we can't say anything yet, because it would be wrong for us to say anything now, because what we want is those that are demanding on a constant basis. We know they're going to go to other platforms. We're not bothered. We're happy for that to happen, but we don't want to spill the beans now, so that when they left and they don't come back, it's down to you that benefits the most. And that's what we're trying to do. The ones that are basically interested in the whole of Fortune Hunters, and not just after Farm of Fortune because it was getting 2% BNB a day. They see the longer picture of the whole ecosystem and not just one platform, because we're a full ecosystem, not just one platform. But when that time comes, we will announce everything, and that will be probably about a 2-hour AMA, because we've got that much to say, because there's that much already started in the background, and we just can't implement anything in yet until we've sorted one thing. So yes, it does hurt us as much as it hurts you for the refunds and everything else, because there's so much we want to say and so much we have to bite our tongue for not spilling the beans. So yeah, I think that's all the questions. I think
yeah, just one thing, Craig. Yeah, just so for everyone, just as best as you can, feel free to contact any of the mods, any of the core team. But we're trying to give Craig some time so that when he can do his trades, he's not interrupted, because he's got, you know, I've seen his setup and he's got multiple screens and stuff. So he's tracking a lot of data, and it's quite sensitive towards timing and stuff. So we like super appreciate, you know, just come to us first, come to the core team, come to the mods, and let him get back to the business of doing what he does. Thank you.
yeah, so now those that was muted are unmuted. We are fair. We do mute when we say we're going to mute on mute. We just need that time to make sure everyone gets the info out without us keep repeating our thing ourselves. 50-50 time. Yeah, it's mine time nearly as well. Because time went forward, I've got a little bit longer to wait now. So yeah. Thanks everyone for joining the AMA. I can't see any more questions anywhere. No hands up. We've got another couple of minutes. Instead of asking about refunds and why percentage rewards are dropping, I want 1 second. Let me get that.
Mark is also asking the difference between balance and the balance and user balance in MOF. Well, one is the TVL balance and the other is the amount that you hold in your wallet. It's just as simple as that. Balance, contract balance, and user balance, the amount that you have in your wallet.
Yeah, so I'm just going to answer Parker's question. It's about the office that we was going for. And we had to put that on hold because it happened all at the same time. We was due to go and do the signing of the papers of the office, and then Farmer Fortune went down. But it never went down. We had to stop it. We had to come to that decision to stop. And well, we didn't need an office at that point, because everything from that point, the biggest part of the ecosystem was the Farmer Fortune at that time. So we had to put all our efforts and control into going through numbers at that point. So once we get all that stuff done, then we'll go to an office, because I've got so much stuff in my house at this precise time. I need to get an office. So we will get there. We will do it. We will announce as soon as we do it. Yeah, you'll see videos. We'll do a video, you know, like we did at Blockchain, where we did the video show around and stuff. So we will get around to it. But we had to prioritize, and our efforts priorities wasn't on an office at that point. We needed to get this stuff done. Pushpinder, if it's about the refunds, you can just listen to the AMA at the beginning. That's fine. If it's a question about anything else, then please feel free to ask. Yeah, I'm not as stressed. The whole team hit hard. It was hit hard. It really hit us hard. We didn't expect it. It was really fast. Was nowhere near our estimations, and it hit us hard. And every single one of the team member went through stress. At least 5 members had to have some time off from doing anything because they was that stressed. And the amount that people we thought was friends turned their backs on us was quite hurtful as well. So, but now we're getting places. We can see we have a future. We've had some talks this week. That's as far as I'm going to say. And we see the bigger picture now. We've gone back to having clear heads, fully focused, looking for stuff that's going to help use all. And that's what matters the most. And we needed that break. We needed that 1 day away, 2 days away. I had my son's birthday, so it was going to see his grave, and I needed that break at that time. So all the team said, look, you have some time away, we'll deal with it, we'll carry it on. And I did the same thing with some of the team members as well. You go and have a break, have some time away. And when that's what we've done, that is the one thing I can say, the team has not broke down one bit. We've all stuck by each other. We've talked to each other, seen how everything is. We are going to probably have a little, what Dark Side was trying to do before what happened with Farmer Fortune was like the random nights of AMAs where everyone can just talk and have a chit chat with everyone. We will probably try and start that back up again, as long as people don't mess about with volumes and stuff and muting. We don't know what's happening with that. I don't know if it's a glitch in Telegram or what, I don't know. But we will try it again, because it's not just about the team, it's about using the group as well. And we don't know what's happening behind closed doors. We don't know what's going on in people's minds, but we're here for you. That's the one thing we can say. We are here for you, and we'll do as much as we can to help out as much as we can. But there's only so much we can do, but we are good with ears. We can listen and we can give advice, although I wouldn't advise listening to Dark Side's advice in any way, shape or form. But no, I'm only joking. We're just going on a normal attack of Dark Side at the moment again. But anyway, yes. Let me just go down because there's been 30 messages since I started talking.
You know, things are back to normal.
We are still building a Fortune Hunters company. It is in the making, but we've got to get one thing done first. Sorry, go on, Dark Side.
I was just saying, you know, things are back to normal when people start coming back to taking the piss out of me. Fuckers.
Yeah. Did you want to ask your question then, Pushpinder, before we end the AMA?
Doesn't have any more questions. You already answered.
Okay, then no worries. Thank you. Right, thanks everyone for joining. And we'll see you. We are going back to the normal weekly AMA, so it'll be next Sunday for the AMA. But like we said, we will probably have a little get together during the week. Not so formal, not needing to be recorded or anything like that. We'll just a little bish bash on the microphone where you can attack Dark Side with us. Yeah, bring beer because Dark Side's going to need some afterwards.
And more of the people talking and less talking.
Yeah, let's get to know yous. And yeah, we started opening up a bit more to you. So you know we opened about my son. I thought it were only right that you got to know why I was away for a couple of days. So yeah, let's get to know each other. We are part of a family, and the true ones will be with us through the family. And take care, everyone. Happy hunting. I am going to get off and start some trade. Well, have a look, see if there is any trading. I don't want to look just in case I've missed any during the AMA because that's guttering. But thanks, everyone. Take care. Good night. Happy hunting.